Los Angeles is one of many cities left devastated. Infrastructure breaks down. Chaos reigns. This is the setting of The Colony. The Colony is a controlled experiment to see if 10 strangers can rebuild society in the wake of a global catastrophe. The backgrounds and expertise of these 10 volunteers represent a cross-section of modern society. For 10 weeks, they'll be isolated, with no electricity from the grid, no running water, and no communication with the outside world. All they'll have to work with are their skills, the tools and supplies inside an abandoned factory, and whatever they can scavenge at a handful of cordoned-off locations. As part of the experiment, an outside gang of looters and thugs will challenge the colonists' resources and security.
Get them out!
The world of The Colony has been designed using elements from both historical disasters and models of what the future would look like after a global viral outbreak. Throughout the series, a group of experts will put the colonists' challenges in the context of these real-world disasters.
The volunteers of The Colony have an amazing opportunity to teach all of us how to survive after a major disaster strikes.
The experiment begins now. The volunteers' journey begins with a shock to the system. To simulate the stress experienced in the aftermath of a disaster, they're kept awake for 30 hours with almost no food or water.
We're all exhausted. We're all beat. We're all hungry.
Mentally drained, they're then given 15 minutes inside an abandoned department store to scavenge whatever they can carry.
I'm finding a whole bunch of ramen up here, guys.
You guys clear?
After only 10 minutes, marauders and looters are sent in to steal the volunteers' supplies.
Hey! You're done. You're done, man. You're done.
Let's go!
We got a week here. I think we got just a week.
We'll make do for now. We'll find something else later.
The final phase before arriving at The Colony is lugging the 200 pounds of looted supplies 8 miles down the Los Angeles River. Now, for the next 10 weeks, they're on their own.
In an experiment of this scale and detail, the constructed world can actually become the real world for the people living in it. And they begin to internalize the experience because they realize that there is a certain reality and the potential and possible destruction of what's familiar and what's known to them.
When we went across the bridge, I'll never forget that scene, but not seeing a single living thing.
After a disaster, one of your first priorities is going to be shelter. You need a safe place to stay from the elements and from hostile forces. If you can find a place to stay that has some basic resources inside, you're well on your way to rebuilding what was lost.
You know, my heart leapt. You know, I thought, sanctuary, that sounds great. And then my first reaction was, could be a trap.
Here.
It looks okay. It looks okay. We're gonna pull that shut.
We don't have a key. Don't have a key.
The sanctuary is an 80,000 square foot warehouse on a 3.5 acre plot of land.